I would like to start with this picture showing different competitions at the Cellule Architecture, the public administration I work for, held during these past few years. Different kind of projects, from an entire new neighborhood in a Walloon town to the small reception hall of a school in Brussels, including the furniture of the cathedral in the city of Tournai. Different kind of projects, just to remind us that architecture competitions are not a matter of scale, a device restricted to major public projects. Architecture competitions are first of all a matter of concern regarding the quality of our built environment. Indeed, it is always quite difficult to define what architectural quality is. It doesn't lie on clear criteria that can be spread to all circumstances. It depends on the context of the project, the issues we have to face, the stakeholders involved, all kinds of things which are always very specific. That is to say that the quality of a project can only rise in action. And this is precisely regarding this matter of process that architecture competitions are, if not the most democratic, at least a very useful device for public procurement that should be widely embraced by any public contracting authority. There are many reasons why competitions are such precious political devices, but to introduce this debate, I would like to focus briefly on two main ones. Within an architecture competition, the quality of the project represents the main concern. This statement will seem quite obvious and naive, but we should not forget that in many public procurement processes, this is not the case. Above all, architecture competitions involve several projects. Every submitted project represents a singular confluence of a specific place with specific needs on one hand, and the broader architectural culture and knowledge of each designer involved in the other end. Different answers to the same question that will be assessed and compared. That brings me to the second and most important point, the role of the jury. At the Cellule Architecture, we always compose our juries, bringing together several kinds of expertise. Contracting authorities' representatives, of course, external experts such as architects, urbanists, landscape designers, according to the issue at stake. But we also involve the future users of the project and the local town planning administration. The main purpose is obviously to ensure the best collective assessment that will arise from this confrontation of different points of view and knowledge that are equally important. We also see it as a precious way to gather all the stakeholders of a project since its very beginning. The competition becomes a first step, a starting point for their future collaborations and the many debates they will still have after the contest. I guess this is this discursive dimension that makes architecture competitions a precious political device for public procurement, but also a precious way to defend the relevance of architecture in our society. Because every competition, as small as it can be, reminds us that architecture is nothing else than an ongoing debate. From my point of view, the political responsibility embedded in competitions relies less on promoting new ideas or talents than on this precise recognition of architecture as an ongoing process, including different stakeholders and practices. In fact, we should consider architecture competitions not as devices, but as situations. Situations where we do not just choose a project, but where we do architecture per se.